swear I've been broke way too long. Oh, 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 oh. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right. Hold up. We ain't broke no more. Yeah. We ain't broke no more. Yeah. We ain't broke no more. I've been broke like the USA government. Put my pipe in my wife right into the covenant. Pistol right by my side, contemplate dumping in. Only if a demon try screaming, no touch me. Ooh, yeah. Big drip on me, don't trip, might slip down hydroplane. Ooh, yeah. Whole squad ball so hard on God, might buy rogaine. Ooh, yeah. My little buddy make it out the muddy, still got his family intact. Ooh, yeah. Trouble us might get your whole jaw buttoned up like a chin strap. Ooh, every boy present gift wrap. Ooh, flow water get a swim cap. Ooh, can't feel this big cap. Low key, I deserve big deal, cause I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right.
Sound like the old Atlanta, got a pole in the phantom, codeine and an orange fountain. Ain't going back to being broke no more. Ain't shrimp, they shift for the pole dance. I'm vicious all my life. I serve fiends, manifestate my dreams. And an Asian made these jeans. Euros in my pocket. Shout out my nigga, he the socket. Yeah, flow like a Python. I'm talking German engineering. African American, I need some therapy. I just need someone to listen. Hit with a D like a piston. She make a wish in the room, record stars in the ceiling. Who made it hard? Swap EBT for cash like trading cards.
Broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Here, lizard.
Hold up. H-Town Texan, always be investing, coming through dripping and saucing. I'ma keep shining like Iceman, Nick, Trey, Flip, Slim, Thugger, and Pause. Grin, ever heard him say that money talks? Yeah, I'm the one doing the most talking. Rule number one is get money, number two is get money. RP the young dog, Finn, everything black on black. Yeah, Amex, melanated dark skin. Y'all running to the major label like you think they gon' sell you. Who you think that is, Clark Kent? I am not 7, not 3, not 2, not 8. I'm 9 above top 10. Could have been a one-hit wonder. You should wonder why I ain't in the situation y'all in.
My whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right. I've been broke my whole life. Right next to pole my whole life. I ain't seen no my whole life. Now money right.
Man, that song came on today. What up, everybody? It's so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here. I do shots tonight. If we pull a good 101, the shot counter is at 0. Nick, I haven't seen from you in a while. Jamie, I haven't seen a shot from you in a while, but I have a triple. Jack, when you're not paying for triple shots, it's cool. This would be a $50 drink at a concert last weekend. I mean, I would imagine if my double Jack and Coke was $35, I would imagine just like add another 15 for the shot. The Coke doesn't cost. It tastes better here. But at least there's there's probably a pretty good chance I saw Aerosmith's last concert. I know he says he's coming back after his larynx and his vocal cords recover, but let's be completely honest. It's probably not happening. When we were at the bar tonight, we pretty much ran that bar tonight, which is cool. Bartender didn't love it, but I mean, he should have. But it panned out well for him. Biggest upset of the day tomorrow. Who do you guys have? I have the games right here. Real quick, I'll put these packs to the side. We're done doing the team votes. I tried to do them this year. We couldn't get a lot of feedback, so I decided we're not going to. But let's just look at this real quick while you guys come in here and hang out. Minnesota Phillies already over. Green Bay, Atlanta. Oh, this isn't the spread. Do I have the spread one? I don't think I do. Oh, yeah, here's the spreads. Green Bay plus 1.5 over Atlanta. I'm going to take Green Bay plus 1.5. I'm going to take Buffalo minus 8.5. I think that's going to be and listen, I bet Jets last week. If I pick them, I took Jets in the points last week. Buffalo, I think that's a domination. I think Cincinnati bounces back minus 3.5. I'll take it. Seattle and Detroit. Detroit minus 4.5. I'm with Detroit. Chargers minus 2.5. I think that should be a lock. Chicago plus 2.5 over Tampa Bay. I'm going to take the points on that. I think Jacksonville plus 3.5 is your upset special. I mean, I think they cover the spread for sure at 3.5. I think that's your upset special. I mean, it's over 3, so I can call it an upset special. Indianapolis, Houston plus 1.5 is Richardson playing. San Fran minus 7.5 over the Rams. That's a tough one, man, because it's the half a point that gets me. I'm going to hold on that one. Giants, Arizona, Giants. I'm going to take the minus 4.5 there. Jets and Dallas. I'm taking 8.5 points to Jets. It's not that I don't think Dallas can beat them by 8.5. I find it hard to believe that the Jets will allow the Cowboys with that offense to score 8.5 more points. That's my concern. So we'll see how good Michael Parsons is. That's a risky bet there. I'm not betting that, but I'm going to take the Jets plus 8.5. Straight up Dallas 100%, but the plus 8.5. Washington at Denver. Washington, take the points there. The Denver's missing a bunch of key pieces. Miami minus 3.5 against New England. I think Miami covers that by 7. And then New Orleans, Carolina. New Orleans it's on the next page. I think they're like minus 3.5. I still think New Orleans minus 3.5. And then Cleveland minus 2.5 at Pitt. This feels like a trap line. Cleveland minus 2.5. It feels like such a trap line after last week's game. I still got to take it. Jamie, this isn't anything. This feels like a trap. I feel like they know something we don't. Because when we guess the lines, I guess the lines every week. I had Cleveland minus 6.5. So I'm going to take Cleveland minus 2.5. I believe in Kenny Pickett. And Kenny Pickett, I trust. I've drafted him in like every dynasty league. But there is my quick picks for you. I left out Indy. Is Richardson playing? And Jamie, that's what it feels like. It feels like that's like the weird thing. Like it just feels like the trap game of the week. So I'm gonna say the upset special is that this is the trap game of the week. But the Indy thing, I'm gonna hold off on. I don't know if he's playing. I'm gonna go San Fran minus 7.5. If Purdy plays the way he's been playing, no designation. Then if that's the case, I'm going Indy plus 1.5 in a heartbeat. Although Houston's defense is super underrated. Super underrated Houston's defense. But those are my picks. My prop bet of the week, guys. James Cook is plus 105 to score a touchdown. Cash that line. You guys know I don't bet on my Bills, right? James Cook. The weird thing is that Josh Allen to score 2 touchdowns, the odds are only like plus 400, which is bonkers. Meaning he has to score rushing 2 touchdowns, which scares me. I don't know if Josh Allen's going to try this get right week. I can show I'm still the old Josh Allen, and like I'm going to run it in 5 times from the 8-yard line. I don't know. But James Cook plus 105 to score a rushing touchdown, or a receiving touchdown. Give me that all the way. All the way. I might put $100 on that tomorrow. I just don't see it not happening. I don't see James Cook not scoring a touchdown against the Raiders tomorrow. Good luck, everyone. For the Jets, Jermaine Johnson. And it doesn't go to the Jets, but it goes out to Shane Knowles. Jermaine Johnson, 5 out of 10, Shane. You guys are all getting high. I want to get high. This is box one. Guys, we're doing all three back to back to back. Like LeBron going to Miami. We winning them back to back to back. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Just kidding, I suck. Cowboys choke this week. I mean, my upset of the week is the Jags over the Chiefs. Here's the thing: if I wasn't a Bills fan and I didn't want to be that guy, my upset of the week would be the Raiders over the Bills, and I'm going to tell you why. I feel like everything is set up against the Bills for the Bills to lose, and the reason I say that is if you haven't been following the Bills news, this is a Nicholas Petit-Frere 11 out of 25 to the one spot. Ryan Thorson. There was a reporter this week that got hot mic'd, which I just feel like listen, man, I would rather our team start out 0-3 than start out 3-0 with all these expectations and shit. Like, we're good enough to fight through the shit. Like, I do believe that. I do believe we're not that team back in the day where if we start out 0-3, we can't recover. We are that team that can recover from an 0-3 start. I'm saying maybe fight for a wild card, maybe get in there, get scrappy, get that like vibe going. But like this week, a reporter was caught on a hot mic bashing Stephon Diggs. Ooh. Brock Purdy. Oh, it's a short print. 1 out of 3, Ryan. You hit it. 1 out of 3, Ryan Thorson. I guess I should show those two. I know you guys trust me, but just for the record. Oh, and I was wrong on this. That's why we check it. I'm glad we check it. I do check them when I sort them. 5 out of 10 was the Shane Noels. That's a 5 out of 10. This actually was a 7 out of 25, not a 1. 7 out of 25, Stephen Kibler. That's all right, because this one's going to go out to Ryan Thorson, 1 out of 3. Sorry, Stephen. I'm glad I do double check them when I sort them. I print the list out. So the Ryan Thorson gets that 1 out of 3. This is actually going to go out to Stephen Kibler. Guys, I bet. Do you know what the line was on the Colorado game tonight? Sorry about that, Stephen. That's why we double check them now. I do this for at the end to recap, but I use the list to sort. Do you guys know what the line on the Colorado State game was tonight? Anyone? Don't look it up. Off the top of your head, do you know what it was? And that's why we show the numbers too. I gotta remember to show this. 28.5. Cool Turner. That is gonna be a 3 out of 5 going out to Matt Mazars. 28.5. I took Colorado State 28.5. Do you want to know why I took them? It's because of the comments that the Colorado State coach made. And I believe in my heart that he may not think he could win that game from the start, but he was like, guys, we're going to go out there, we're going to punch him in their mouth. Like, essentially, he's like, look, he has no respect for the way things work. He has no respect for his elders, the media. I don't think there's anything wrong with Deion Sanders wearing glasses and a hat for interviews. 100, I don't give a shit what people wear. In this day and age, fuck the media. I'm just saying it. Why do they deserve anything more than they get? Like, they don't. Like, why? Why are we accommodating? You know what? Dollars. So wear whatever you want. There's no level of respect. They're going to dig into your family. They're going to dig into your private life. They're going to poke and prod until you break. Wear glasses and a hat and wear a fucking tutu for all I care. I don't give a shit what you wear. But the Colorado State coach was like, I was raised to not wear a hat and glasses, which I totally agree with that. I do. I think that's a respectful thing. But fuck, like, he didn't say that to, like, disrespect Deion. He did that to, like, get a little, like... It's like when a fighter or a WWE promoter or fighter promoter goes in there and gets shit stirred up. He was stirring the pot. Bailey Zappi, this is a 10 out of 25. The 0 spot goes to Jeff Galvez. Exactly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him doing that. He didn't want it to be about the game. He wasn't going to go out there and be like, oh, we're going to really like fight hard to win this game. He's like, he wanted to take the distraction away from his team. And I love it. This is a 12 out of 35. 12 out of 35. DeMar Hamlin. These cards are beautiful of DeMar. I wish he was starting. Bob Riley. Now, he may get to start tomorrow after last week. You don't believe in the hats at the dinner table? I get it. I took Colorado plus 28.5. I put 15 on it. And if I win it and I win my $28 or whatever it is, I only won 13 on it. So plus my 15. That's all going back into James Cook. Roger McCreary, We the People, 3 out of 15. 3 out of 15 goes out to Matt Maziarz. Jamie, I'm going to tell you a funny story. When I first started dating my wife said, hey, we're going out to dinner with my parents tonight. One of my dad's big rule is no phones at the table. Don't look at it under your table. Just don't take it with you. Which I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, I was so giddy to be dating my wife. So I was like, all right, respect. I get that. Like, right? Which is cool. Back then, phones were a little bit less prevalent as they are now. And it is a 101. Did anyone guess Kalen Barnes? We rarely did 2, Chris. 1 of 1. This goes out to Ryan Thorson. He got that. Man. The 1 of 3 and the 1 of 1. Man, that Brock Purdy 1 of 3. So I tell you this, my wife told me that to me, right? So I'll never forget that because I remember eating dinner the first time and I was like super fucking nervous. And for some reason I remember it was like football season. We started dating like right in the preseason and like there was football news and I was hot, like super hot and heavy into football, even more so than now. And I remember it being a thing. Fast forward to now, if we sit down to eat, the person who's on their phone the most at the table, whether we're at a restaurant or at a table, is, guess it? My fucking father-in-law. And I love the man to death. He'll be the first to admit it. But it's like my mom and dad, when I got a cell phone, they're like, they would not co-sign for me to get one. I had to take my Aunt Sandy with me. I bought it with my own money. It was a Conestoga. It turned like 20-some years old this like last week. It was the first one with like Snake and had a 3-day battery. But like they're like, what do you need it for? But they were the first ones to need to borrow it when we were out. They were the first ones to get one when they were like available. It's just funny how times change. Kalen Barnes going out to Ryan Thorson. Roger McCreary to Matt Maziarz. DeMar Hamlin, beautiful card, Bob Riley. Bailey Zappi going out to Jeff Galvez. Cole Turner to Matt Maziarz. Nicholas Petit-Frere to Stephen Kibler. Jermaine Johnson to Shane Knowles. And that beautiful Brock Purdy going out to, you guessed it, Ryan Thorson. 1 out of 3. Let's go ahead and sit this stack over here. We're going to go in the round 2. I'm going to stop the recording, change some things up. What's the score of that Colorado game? I haven't turned it on at all. Someone just said, not sure I didn't see you guys at the parade today. It was cool to see my kids walking that. Colorado State. Dude, I was so tempted to take the money line on it. But I was Colorado State about to score. I was like, you know what? I'm not fucking with that. Like, I don't think they're going to win. Hell, they may not. Sanders scored a defensive touchdown. Not Saunders, but Sanders. Is it the same? Shiloh Sanders and Shador Sanders. Now, like the Sanders quarterback is not his. That's not his son, right? It is the defensive guy that's his son, correct? I could be wrong. Dude, Seth, right? But you could get you could get plans. They were like $14.99 a month. They're both his. That tells you how much. That literally tells you how much college football I watch, guys. I swear, it's not in any disrespect. It's just I really don't. I'm going to tell you this right now. I do believe that the whole new role with this transfer portal and stuff makes it more appealing. So I asked some like hardcore college people tonight. I said, well, how do you feel about the Colorado thing? They're like, oh, this Deion Sanders thing is awesome. I said, okay, how do you feel about the transfer portal? Hate it. I was like, do you believe Deion will be in his position without the transfer portal? And they all said the same thing. It's a very common answer. No. He is a result of the transfer portal. And I'm like, so you like it, but you hate it. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Oh, Colorado State scored. I love it. I'm going to regret, like, either way, I'm going to win that bet. So, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. So, this is my bet. I think I sent it to Doug, so I'll show you. I put, this is my bet. I put 15 to win 28-64 on Colorado State plus 23.5. That's gonna hit. I mean, I would imagine outside of an absolute. I mean, that kind of went down that way last week, but it would have to be an absolute astonishing comeback, right, to make it different. So I'm gonna take that $28 and I'm gonna bet James Cook to score a touchdown. That can be rushing or receiving. He was plus 105, so 28 to 28. So I'm hoping to turn that 15, original 15. Take that, turn it into 28, and then turn it into 56. So take 15 into 56. That's my goal. Your bill was always 150? Man, not mine, dude. Did we switch over the other thing here? All right, cool. We did. He did a primetime celebration? What'd he do? You know, it's crazy because I feel for Colorado fans a bit. In a way, because it's like Buffalo, like ironically the Buffaloes. Like you're finally good and now everyone wants to watch you lose. And I believe that's happening. They want to watch them lose. I do. It's likely. Isaiah Likely, 23 out of 50 to the 3 spot. TJ Herb, oh, I got the yips. And heartburn. TJ Herb. Well, and that's what I like about it, Seth. I kind of like it, but at the same time, you know, it'd be good if it was. I think having Prime doesn't help, you know. I think it's a lot of like what we talked about. Here's a 25 out of 25. Nice pink here. I think this is a team to watch in the NFL this year. 25 out of 25 to the 5 spot. It's going to go out to Ricky. And that Jason was saying that this week. Jason Upchurch from Three Kings. He was like, you know, it is kind of nice to see like just like not like 4 or 5 schools dominate. So that's cool to hear a college guy say that, you know. But like some major changes in. Wow, that's a good box. Aiden Hutchinson, 48 out of 100, going out to Nussy, and we got the Nussy notes. Nussy note. I hear you, man. Seth, hopefully we can hook you up. 48 out of 100, Nussy with the Hutchinson. What number do you got there? Let's see. Seth, are you in this one? You're not in this one, right? Well, so Joe, I haven't heard of that yet, but I will tell you this. I've never been a huge fan of the idea of captains, especially the way they're used. I would say it should be a weekly thing, and it's something that's earned. So my coach in basketball in high school used to be like, we had this like rebound board, right? So it was all about like who was the leader of the rebounds. And that was like a goal for everyone. And we won a lot of games because of rebounds. Like we would look at the stats and like he didn't do like a points board. He didn't do he did some steal stuff too. Steals were big. But his big thing was the rebound board. Rather it be offensive or defensive. Because you're never trying to miss shots to get a rebound, right? But you always go for it. So when a shot went up on offense or defense, dude, we were hitting them boards. So I do believe there could be a reason to win that, like a dog stat. You know, like what do you do to earn that is the question. So Joe, I would say what's his like his prerequisites or his like thing to earn that. For the Niners, Tyrion Davis-Price, and that's going to be a nice gold laser there. 3 out of 8 going out to TJ Erb again. 3 out of 8. I want to show the numbers. 3 out of 8 going out to TJ Erb. We didn't even get to our short packs yet. I've learned that our hot boxes are not always necessarily hot. Better names might come in these kind of boxes. Oh, and it is coming. He had a bad week 1, but I think he'll bounce back. How about a 2 out of 2 Lonnie with the Chigoziem Okonkwo for the Titans. Lonnie getting that one. 2 out of 2. So yeah, so Seth, it sounds like if that's the case, I don't like the idea of like, if it's like a popularity contest, like you got the most followers, you did like, you promoted our team the most, but you know what? Isn't that NIL? How are you bringing in the most dollars to our school? You're the dog. You're the, you know. Again, it should come down to talent and work ethic. I don't know what he's doing. I'd look into that though. I'm intrigued. But the idea of Ellis Brooks, 1 out of 3. Dougie, you're going to get the last card. It is a 1 out of 3. Ellis Brooks. Penn State guy there, I believe. So some good stuff. I'm going to recap some stuff at the end here. I mean, that's always concerning. You know, unfortunately, I feel like that's the way that college is going to go, is that it's going to be like who, and you know, we're already seeing it, right? So we're seeing like these guys that in NCAA 2K and all that, like the game that came back, it's like they're all getting paid equal dollars, but these big guys are like, oh, whoa, hold on. We're making a lot more for this game. I should be getting paid more. And these younger guys are like, well, we're still in the game. Like, or these like lower name guys, we're still in the game. Seth, it's funny you bring him up. I was big on him when he was in Philly. And I have him on a lot of fantasy teams this year. I don't know. The answer is I hope so. It's kind of how I feel about Devin Singletary on the Texans, but I also have a lot of Dameon Pierce, who's my comeback player of the week. So I got to be careful because I don't want Devin Singletary to have that good of a return. But I do feel bad. He kind of got shafted like Sanders did. He kind of got like brushed off to the side. He's a product of lack of respect for running backs. Oh, it is. It is. It's about dollars. It's college football has become politics. Everything's filtering to the top. All right, here we go. Number 3, last one. Good luck, everyone. Seth Anderson, you got where are you at here? Number 5. What game are you guys most excited about tomorrow in the NFL? What game are you most excited to watch tomorrow? And again, it doesn't have to be your team's game. I'm obviously excited to watch the Bills Raiders. To me, it is 100% the Jags Chiefs, which I think is a 1 o'clock game, right? That is a 1 o'clock game. The other game I'm excited to watch is there's a few. Where is it? Well, Cleveland Pitt, but that's Monday. Where's Cincinnati at? Cincinnati Baltimore is at 1 too. There's a few good 1 o'clock games on tomorrow. Joe, you ready for? You're a Browns fan, right, Joe? I hope it's a good game. All right, first card up. Bailey Zappi, 4 out of 5. Nick Orovitz. He has a pretty autograph. The Automania are nice. These boxes are great for serial numbers. I appreciate you guys filling them. I do believe it is the best bang for our buck we're going to get for serial numbers. Neil Farrell Jr., 1 out of 25 to Jeremy Wilson with the 1 spot. He's got a lot in this. So, if you hear Jeremy's name a lot, it's not rigged. He bought 6 spots, so he has a 60% chance of hitting every pack. Packers Falcons will be good. So will the I do believe the what's the Tennessee game? Well, the Rams Seahawks should be Rams Niners should be good too. I think the Jets Dallas game will be good. Miami New England should be good. The Chicago, I've had high hopes for Chicago the last 2 years. Are they going to get back on track? Yeah, track. Zappi is on the practice squad for the Pats. Tyrion Davis-Price, 8 out of 25, going to TJ Erb. Niners player, going out to TJ, 8 out of 25. You got the first one? Oh, you did. See? This is why we always double check them. I gave it to who? Who did I give it to? Nick Orbit. Oh, it hadn't changed on my screen yet. It hadn't changed on my screen. That was the old list. He had 4 last round. Yeah. Hadn't changed on... See? This is why I always print the list out. You're right, Jeremy. And that's why I said it. I was like, man, I don't remember Nick getting a spot in that one. Thank you, man. So, again, my screen is way delayed even over, your chat. I see the live chat, but... You're right. 4, Jeremy Wilson. Thank you. Tyron Davis-Price, TJ Erb. No, I did get that one right. He's at 8 out of 25. All right. Thank you. See, we've caught both of them so far. They brought him back for the practice squad. John Mechie is going to be a 4 out of 5. Jeremy, that'll be you too, man. Guys, at the end of this, I'm going to do... 1 spot for each serial number for the FanDuel. That will put us at 15, 16, 17. Still not enough to get us to the $25 credit, but it'll at least make the game more fun. So I'm going to give away a spot for each of these. I did try to fill as many breaks as we could this week. Nakobe Dean, 2 out of 3 for Joe Thompson. Joe, you're on the list. It is not a Browns player, but it is an Eagles Nakobe Dean. Is he hurt? Is he out this week? And Falale, another one for you, Joe. 2 out of 8, Falale. Come on, we need some good ballers here. We'll do a recap of the bigger names when we get done here. We will do breaks tomorrow night as well. Possibly. Breakout player from week 1, Tyler Algier. Is he going to continue to split carries? It is a 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8. Jeremy Wilson getting that one. I'm rooting for you there, Seth. Big player week 1. A lot of people saying, can he be bigger? It's Algier is a very like similar, and Bijan is a very similar situation with Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. I feel like, and although we don't want to put Algier in the same category as David Montgomery yet, because he was just a rookie last year, we know what David Montgomery is capable of. I do feel like it's very, very similar. A team that probably is going to run the ball a bit. They got a Bijan and Jameer are very similar first round running backs. You don't see that a lot. And Algier and Montgomery both very, very capable. Man, it is going to be a 1 out of 1, Jeremy, but it is of the C.J. Brewer variety. Speaking of brewers, I'd love a beer right now. I'm just going to drink this. So. Jeremy, you got the 101. Seth is a good guy. Seth, I apologize you're on a cold streak, man. I know it happens. Hopefully we can get you off of it soon. I promise I don't wish it on you. I mean that. They are beautiful cards. I mean, look at this. We're going to just recap some of the highlights. We did 3 boxes. Again, the most expensive spot was $19. And anyone who bought a spot had a chance to get, in 3 breaks. Algier, Zappy. Again, Algier was numbered out of 8. Zappy numbered out of a total of 5. 4 out of 5. DeMar Hamlin numbered out of 35. That is a 12 out of 35. Another Zappy here. That's total numbered out of 25. Beautiful cards, though. Isaiah Likely. People hating on him. You never know, man. Andrews is back, but that's out of 50. A Desmond Ritter. It's a Ricky. That's total out of 25. A nice Hutch. A Chigozien Okonkwo out of 2. And look at this. This is all out of 3 boxes. A Brock Purdy out of 3. The Nakobe was hit by Joe Thompson, the Browns fan. So, Seth, maybe you have a Browns card or something he wants for his PC. That's that Joe. Joe hit the Nakobe Dean with the American flag on the background. 2 out of 3. All right, guys, I'm going to roll out for the night. I'm going to set my lineups here shortly, but I do love this for serial numbers. I appreciate you guys getting in. Where are we at in that Colorado State game in the halftime, I'm assuming, right? Yeah, halftime 21-14. Wonder what he's doing in the locker room right now. Love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Bills. Come on. One time, Bills.